Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, hope you are all fine. Today I am sharing another video lecture with you, and the topic of this lecture is report writing. Now, question is, what is a report? A report is written for a clear purpose and to a particular audience. Specific information and evidence are presented, analyzed, and applied to a particular problem or issue. The information is presented in a clearly structured format, making use of sections and headings so that the information is easy to locate and follow. When you are asked to write a report, you will usually be given a report brief which provides you with instructions and guidelines. The report brief may outline the purpose, audience, and the problem or issue that your report must address. Together with any specific requirements for format or structure, this guide offers a general introduction to report writing. Be sure also to take account of specific instructions provided by your department. Now, what makes a good report? Two of the reasons why reports are used as forms of written assessment are to find out what you have learned from your reading, research, or experience, to give you experience of an important skill that is widely used in the workplace. An effective report presents and analyzes facts and evidence that are relevant to the specific problem or issue of the report brief. All sources used should be acknowledged and referenced throughout in accordance with the preferred method of your department. The style of writing in a report is usually less discursive than in an essay, with a more direct and economic use of language. A well-written report will demonstrate your ability to understand the purpose of the report brief and adhere to its specifications, gather, evaluate, and analyze relevant information, structure material in a logical and coherent order, present your report in a consistent manner according to the instructions of the report brief, make appropriate conclusions that are supported by the evidence analysis of the report, make thoughtful and practical recommendations where required. So these are different points which are important for making a report or making a good report. Now I will tell you about the structure of a report. The main features of a report are described below to provide a general guide. These should be used in conjunction with instructions or guidelines provided by your department. The first important element of report writing is title page. This should briefly but explicitly describe the purpose of the report if this is not obvious from the title of the work. Other details you may include could be your name, the date, and to whom the report is written. The second important element of report writing is terms of reference. Under this heading, you could include a brief explanation of who will read the report, means audience, why it was written, means purpose, and how it was written, means methods. It may be in the form of a subtitle or a single paragraph. The third important element is summary or abstract. The summary should briefly describe the content of the report. It should cover the aims of the report, what was found and what, if any, action is called for. Aim for about 1.5 a page in length and avoid detail or discussion. Just outline the main points. Remember that the summary is the first thing that is read. It should provide the reader with a clear, helpful overview of the content of the report. The fourth important element is contents or table of the contents. The content page should list the different chapters or headings together with the page number. Your contents page should be presented in such a way that the reader can quickly scan the list of headings and locate a particular part of the report. You may want to number chapter headings and subheadings in addition to providing page references. Whatever numbering system you use, be sure that it is clear and consistent throughout. The fifth important element is introduction. The introduction sets the scene of the main body of the report. The aims and objectives of report should be explained in detail. Any problems or limitations in the scope of the report should be identified, and a description of research methods, the parameters of the research, and any necessary background history should be included. In some reports, particularly in science subjects, separate headings for methods and results are used prior to the main body discussion of the report as described below. The sixth important element is methods. Information under this heading may include a list of equipment used, explanations of procedures followed, relevant information on materials used, including sources of materials and details of any necessary preparation, reference to any problems encountered, and subsequent changes in procedure. The seventh important element is results. This section should include a summary of the results of the investigation or experiment together with any necessary diagrams, graphs, or tables of gathered data that support your results. Present your results in a logical order without comment. Discussion of your results should take place in the main body of the report. The eighth important element is discussion. The main body of the report is where you discuss your material. The facts and evidence you have gathered should be analyzed and discussed with specific reference to the problem or issue. If your discussion section is lengthy, you might divide it into section headings. Your points should be grouped and arranged in an order that is logical and easy to follow. Use headings and subheadings to create a clear structure for your material. Use bullet points to present a series of points in an easy to follow list. As with the whole report, all sources used should be acknowledged and correctly referenced. The ninth important element is conclusion. In conclusion, you should show the overall significance of what has been covered. You may want to remind the reader of the most important points that have been made in the report or highlight what you consider to be the most central issues of or findings. However, no new material should be introduced in the conclusion. The 10th important element is appendices. Under this heading, you should include all the supporting information you have used that is not published. This might include tables, graphs, questionnaires, surveys, or transcripts. Refer to the appendix in the body of your report. The 11th important element is bibliography. Your bibliography should list in alphabetical order by author all published sources referred to in your report. There are different styles of using references and bibliographies. Refer to your study guide, referencing and bibliographies, and check your departmental handbook for guidelines that whether they follow EPA style or MLA style. Texts which you consulted but did not refer to directly could be grouped under a separate heading such as background reading and listed in alphabetical order using the same format as in your bibliography. The 12th important element is acknowledgements. Where appropriate, you may wish to acknowledge the existence of particular organizations or individuals who provided information, advice, or help. If anybody has helped you in your report writing or in your research, so you can acknowledge his name here. The 13th important element is glossary of technical terms. It is useful to provide an alphabetical list of technical terms with a brief, clear description of each term. You can also include in this section explanation of acronyms, abbreviations, or standard units used in your report. So dear students, this was all about report writing and important structure of report writing. I hope that you have understood the concept. Thank you.